Hello everyone, Dave from Mary Arachnids here once again. If you remember a few videos back, I showed you guys that enclosure, that European style enclosure. And I kind of asked everybody down below, or not actually down below, but to comment down below what tarantula they thought we should move in here. Now, there were a lot of good comments, and there were a lot of comments that were very constructive, saying, you know, probably shouldn't put this one in here because it's not a very tall enclosure, and you know, that tarantula is kind of bolty, and you know, such and such. So there were a few people that the actual ones that had the most votes were the Grammostola rosea or the Grammostola porteri. Now the problem that I have with that is I'll be moving one of them and not the other one. And also this enclosure here is much shallower than the enclosure that they're in, and they both already dug a ton. So I wanted to take a tarantula that has not dug at all, that never had any witnessing of it digging, or the other one that I have of this species has not dug at all. So I thought it would be more appropriate for that one. So basically all I did is use this rock hide. I have a few of these I've used for different tarantulas. I think my excuse me, Sericopalma rubronitens has one, and there's another, I can't remember who has the other one. There is another one that I used it for. So I figured I'd put that in there just for a little hide, and then I just threw these little green plants down here just to break up the dirt. Not that it's really necessary, but it'll work out okay. So you can't see which one I'm putting in there, but hopefully once we get it in there, you'll be able to see which one it is pretty quickly. And let's just hope that it just goes in kind of smoothly and doesn't go crazy on us and take off. Yeah, it's biting me. I just fed you yesterday, so there's no way it's from being hungry. Come on. Come on. That's it. Go that way. Go up. That's it. Go up. There you go. There you go, buddy. Look at all the room you got. Tons of it now. So here he is, or she is, I'm hoping. This is the Homoeoma species blue. Again, this is really one of the only ones that we discussed that really doesn't dig all that often. And does like to wander a little bit. So I figured this would probably be the best one to put in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause you, and we'll get the enclosure out of the bigger enclosure. You can see we're in another big plastic enclosure, just because you never know what they're going to do. It's just a little bit safer that way, especially doing it where I'm doing it. I wished I had just a regular old, it's all over this now. I wished I had just, you know, I could just go out in my kitchen and do my rehousings on my kitchen table, but I would be divorced because my wife particularly does not care for spiders whatsoever. So, yeah, I've got some smudging on this lid. I don't know where that comes from. So we're going to put this lid on. I'll take it out and we'll take a look at it a little bit closer. Okay, so I'm going to take this opportunity. You guys are probably like, oh God, here we go. I'm going to take this opportunity to explain something to you guys. Actually, I think I'm just going to maybe take this lid off because I'm trying to hold it, and I think I'm just shaking the container. And if he starts to crawl, I'll just hopefully put my hand in front of him, get this lid off, and then okay, so there's a little bit. Now again, Homoeoma species blue. So what does that mean? You know, if you guys know what it means down below, say, hey, yeah, I did know, or hey, you know, I just learned something here. So what does the SP mean? A lot of people don't understand what the SP means. They just write it because, you know, that's what it is. Euatha species red, Homoeoma species blue, my ornithoctone species Laos, I think Cereopogamous species Hotty Hotty, Chilobrachy species Cancrushan. There's a lot of them that have that SP moniker in the name. What does that mean? Well, the SP means that they are not classified. What does that mean? What does not classified mean? Well, that means that nobody did the taxonomical research yet for them to actually specify and classify them. So let's just say that we had somebody working on this tarantula, and a year from now they came and said, okay, this Homoeoma species blue is now Homoeoma, whatever they want to name it. Okay, just I'm going to try to pick a name. I'll use Andrew from Andrew's Tarantulas, but we'll call it Homoioma andrewi, okay? That's what they name it, so that's what you'll know it as from here. Then there'll be a classification for it. The write-up will be done, and it'll get put into the World Spider Catalog. Go to the World Spider Catalog and start looking up some of the tarantulas in your collection that have SP in them. Tell me how many you can find. The answer is none. Okay, so none of the tarantulas that have an SP in the name you will find in the World Spider Catalog. And what does that mean? Okay, the World Spider Catalog is the catalog of every tarantula that's been classified, okay, or described, given a name, got rid of that SP. So anything that has an SP in front of it means that it's not been described yet, so we really don't know what it is, for sure, 100%. They try to hopefully get the genus right, but a lot of times the genus is wrong because the genus is just given to them by exporters. Now, you know what, we were in Chile, we found a bunch of these little dwarf tarantulas, these Euathlus species reds. Yeah, that's what we're going to call them. And we're going to put them in a box and containers. We're going to ship them to the United States. We're going to ship them to Europe, and we're going to call them Euathlus species red. So the people that take them out of the box, put them on their shelves, label them Euathlus species red. Is that correct? No. What are they? What are Euathlus species red? Based on the information that I was given from people that work down there in South America, especially in Chile, that they are Homoioma. Okay, so the Homoioma species fire is probably more right than Euathlus species red. So the question was asked on Kat's video. Kat Tarantula did a video with Pickles Pets with her Euathlus species red. So the question was asked, said, oh, I thought that these were reclassified to Homoioma species fire. And she wasn't really quite sure. Now, she's heard it before, and I can't remember if we had discussed it before. We might have, might not have. I can't remember. I've discussed it with a handful of people. So what does that mean? No, you stay down there. Stay down there. There you go. So what does that mean? Well, you can't reclassify something that's not classified. So this being a Homoioma species fire has to say, or a Homoioma species blue. I can't just say, I'm going to reclassify it out of the Homoioma species blue and then change it to Homoioma lagunis. Okay, that's what we're going to call it. You can't just do that. You can't reclassify it like that because it's not been classified. So it's not been described. So how can I describe or redescribe something that's not been described before? So until the biologists, arachnologists, taxonomists do the work to classify these tarantulas, anything with an SP in it is not a classified species. So what does that mean for us in the hobby? Well, it means that, you know, we were sold stuff and we're using those names because that were the names that were given to us. It seems like most of the Asian species are a little bit more on target than some of the ones that we have in you know, the New World. There are a lot of Pamphobedia species that I question. Not a ton of them, but there are a few of them that I question. Are they actually Pamphobedia? And if you go to the Pamphobedia genus, there are a lot of them that are being Pamphobedia species Platyoma, you know, Pamphobedia species Pedersii. A lot of them are that way. So until somebody sits down, takes this spider, has the specimens to be able to euthanize them, catalog every bits and piece of it, every fiber that goes along with this tarantula, male apophysis, the setae, the joints, you know, the tarsa, everything that they need to classify this tarantula and give it a specific name, it will not show up in the World Spider Catalog. Apolopus species Columbia large, you won't find it. Euathlus species red, you won't find it. Homoioma species blue, you won't find it. Pamphobedia platyoma, you won't find it. They're not classified. So I hope that you guys can understand, you know, because again, it's just that little knowledge tidbit that I like to put in. And this was a really good topic because a lot of people don't understand what that SP actually means. And, you know, people that are, you know, that are steadfast holding on to that Euathlus because they don't see I didn't see a reclassification paper. Well, if you ever hear anybody say that, you could say to them, hey, you know what, you can't reclassify something that's not classified. And now you know why. And you can explain to that person what that means. And by listening to this, hopefully you get an understanding of what all that means so that you could help the next person that asks that question. You know, Why is it? Why can't you why isn't it reclassified? I heard it was reclassified. Well, no, it's not. Now, Euathlus species red is not reclassified to Homoioma species fire. The actual tarantula is most likely Homoioma species. The fire is just something that you add on there to sell it. No different than the red when you add Euathlus. Because of the name, the common name. Because they call it Chilean flame rump. So you add that element of fire in there, and that's going to sell stuff, right? I mean, if you're going to an expo and you see Mexican fire leg versus Mexican red leg, what sounds better to you? I mean, fire is a word that catches people, so it's easy to sell stuff like that. So, yeah, so that's what that all means. And this was actually a pretty good tarantula to rehouse because it gave me the opportunity to use that tidbit of information that Kat got as a question on her on her channel, and then incorporate it here with this little one. And we got to do a little quick rehousing. You got to see a little bit of it anyway, and you get to see the setup. There's the setup completely full. Little guys in the corner. We'll feed it in a few days, and got something special tomorrow coming up. Hopefully we'll be able to film it and get it uploaded by tomorrow afternoon. I'm hoping I can upload this tonight if I don't have any kids playing the damn game. Yeah, I'd like to get this uploaded tonight. But what's coming up tomorrow? Do you guys want to know, or do you want to wait? Okay, I'll tell you. So we have an unboxing video tomorrow. Give me 1 second. Okay, so we'll finish up real quick here. Hopefully I can do this just a couple of minutes and be done with it. So at one point here last week, I had 2 mature male GBBs, the green bottle blue, Chromatopalmacinae pubescens. One of them was Kelly Stevens's male that she sent me to breed with Nikita, which we did very successfully. I've been trying to find another place to send him for the last couple of weeks. She has not found anybody. I found a few people, and then the molt cycles weren't working out for the females, and a few odds and ends just weren't working out. So I decided to put it on the tarantula community group today, and within 2 minutes, I don't even think it was 2 minutes, Tanya from Pure Not Tarantulas contacted me and said, I could use them, basically. So I got a hold of her, and I told her what Kelly's terms were, because Tanya just wanted to buy them. Didn't want to do a 50, she just wanted to buy them. So what I did is just made a real quick messenger group between the 3 of us. We hashed out all the details. He's going to her tomorrow. She's sending me a label tonight. I got a cool pack sitting in the freezer right now. We get the box all set up tonight, ready to go. We'll get him packed first thing in the morning. Take him with me, go get my shot, take him, drop him off, pick up the package. Got to kill a little bit of time because my brother's getting a crown on his tooth at 10 o'clock. So it'll probably be at his place by 10:30ish. We'll open up the box. You'll see what he gets. I don't know if he'll be ready for rehousing. I think he has the house already set up for the one that he knows is coming, but he doesn't know about the other one that's coming. I don't know exactly which one it is. But anyway, so we'll get to see those 2. And then you'll just get to see a couple containers for mine. And then when I get home, we'll film those, and we'll open those guys up and get them into their homes. One is about 1.5 inches, the other one's 2 inch. I'm really, really excited about both of them. One's an old world species, one's a new world species from South America. It's a species that I had, not for very long, but one that I had. And yeah, so how did I end up with 2? Well, of course, with Alexandria and Garrett, you always know that they're just such wonderful people and very, very generous and kind. So what happened is the one that I picked out is something I've looked at for a while. Austin Spears had them. I looked at them. I was like, these things are just, they're eye-catchy to me, something that, I would like. So it's like, I got to get one of these. So that's the deal I made for the male GBB that I sent to the herp. So I got a hold of her yesterday, and I said, is there any way that I can not get that one and get this other one? So there's a little bit of price difference, and I'm not sure exactly what you're valuing the male GBB. And she's like, she goes, no, that's perfectly fine. So she goes, instead of doing that, though, because I was going to send you 2 of the one that you wanted for the male. So it's just going to be like an extra bonus add-on, which would have been cool to have 2 of those. But she goes, so instead of sending you 2 of those, I'll send you this other one that you wanted. And again, it was a very, very generous thing for them to do. And you'll get to see those tomorrow when we get home. I'm going to try and get at least one of their enclosures set up today, because I know what I want to put that one in. The other one I'm not sure. I really need to see it out before I decide if it's going to be in a softball enclosure, or if it's going to go actually into one of the 1/24 scale die-cast car enclosures. 1.5 inches isn't very big, but you know, we'll have to see. You know, we'll have to see. I think a lot of my tarantulas that are in the softball enclosures are 1.5 inches, so I might be able to put it in there and be okay. So yeah, that's what's coming up tomorrow, and I hope you guys look forward to that. So figure out how we're going to do that, and yeah, that's it. That's really it. So again, you got to see the little guy in here. I love the enclosure. I think they're really cool. They stack really well. You can see they have these things here, so you could stack, you know, on top of each other, which would still give you areas for the air ventilation to come in the top if need be. And then you can see the sides there. You guys saw this in the thing. Anybody in Europe, you guys use these things all over the place, so you know what they are. Oh, my light died already. Imagine that. So we'll turn this one on real quick. That's what happens. That's how long those AA batteries last. Not very long. So that's why I bought rechargeable ones. So we're going to use those for a little while until I can get the lithium ion. So yeah, that's it. I do have one quick video that I want to do. Basically the hobby and me part 2, which I'm going to film actually next. But thanks for watching this one. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys learned something a little bit there about the whole species thing. And don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment, all that happy stuff. Hit that bell if you want notifications. And we'll talk to all of you guys in the next one. So happy keeping.